short, goes for the pull shot, does Susie Bates. She stepped on a stump, so it's actually out. While we were looking to see if it was going to get caught, the Renegades are celebrating because the New Zealand captain, the Perth Scorchers captain...
to herself. Villani goes big, she takes on long on, and she wins the battle. Reply here. Villani goes big again. This is even nicer. It's to long off, and it will trickle over the boundary. Villani goes long and big once again through the mid-on region, and she's working her way into this innings in boundary. As we thought when she pitches it up. Well, that's not pitched up. It's just absolutely crunched through the onside.
You cannot.
Villani goes again. It's up and over, and once again, back-to-back boundaries for Villani, and she is motoring here at Etihad. North Sydney. Full width and driven beautifully. Well, if you didn't like the pull shots, have a look at that. She goes short. That's a better height, but again, Villani just gets into a fantastic position. High hands, hits down on the ball and finds the gap.
The Scorchers getting twos out to the boundary.
The reverse again, and there's a shout, and it's been given. Sophie Molyneux came on to replace Leah Tahuhu. Leah Tahuhu got the first wicket.
That's up to the batter.
Wyatt goes flat. Villani goes flat and flat to a fielder. Georgia Wareham at long on takes a comfortable catch, and it's the big wicket. Villani was on 60 and absolutely motoring.
To the reverse sweep.
Bowled up, gone for the paddle after reverse sweep, and it's got through the defences of Nicole Bolton, and Rachel Priest really happy with that. That's one of the best bum slaps I've seen. And the Hurricanes.
Yeah, but good to see that they were both, well, Laura's especially up and about.
Well, Graham goes long, and she's gone straight enough now. Straight enough that she's going to pick up a boundary. That's well placed.
Cover.
Well, she goes again with the fielder out, and it should be taken, and it's not. That's Leah Tahuhu, and she's completely misjudged that. She's run in and underneath the ball. Past the bat and straight through to Rachel Priest, who says, thank you very much. I will do the rest of that, as in take off the stumping, take off the bails. Goodwin re-bowling that wide delivery. And it's the top edge, it's skied. Someone should call, and there's a collision, and thankfully it looks as if everyone is A-OK.
At the last second, which has probably saved her, but
I'm not too sure how that hasn't collected at least one of the stumps.
The calibre of batters that are in the game at the moment, as you saw the other day, as we took, that's a good shot. As we talked about earlier, 150 would be a very, very good score for the Scorchers here.
Ebsbury goes long, flat, and again, quite thick and still. Ebsbury goes long and flat again. It's Strano out on the boundary, and it's beaten her once again. Final few deliveries. So last ball here. Ebsbury looks to go big to her hitting zone once again. It's through the infield. Molly Strano will do the tidying up. And 55. That 155, a lot on the back end of Elyse Villani, striking 60 from 43. And then some good partnerships at the back end, but Catherine Brunt, 20 not out.
That they'll look to today to hopefully get a few runs.
Urs on the leg side, and Rachel Priest says, thank you very much. I will just whip that one away.
And that's another thing.
Urs on leg again, and Sophie Molyneux manages to get a little bit on this one, says the umpire. Square and third man. Molyneux advances, gives it the full face and hits, well, one of the world's best bowlers straight back over her head for a 6. Over the wicket to Priest. Chance taken. As simple as that. Well, it looks simple. Believe me, it certainly wasn't, because Rachel Priest absolutely nailed that straight back. It's a shout, and it's given as well. So Chris Britt, as we mentioned, trying to work across to the onside, has missed it on a couple of occasions, but on this occasion, Well, Wyatt goes big, she goes long. Well, after the forward defence, she said, continue from the locket end. Wyatt goes big again through the offside. And she's going to bring herself up in the second boundary in this over. King goes around the wicket and doesn't get her line right. And as Emma Ingles just alluded to...
She works too hard. No man, I've done...
Bowled up, given herself some room on this occasion. And for once in her innings, she hasn't found the middle of the bat. She now moves to 4. And Brown wants to get on strike. Well, there's an appeal and it's been given. She's fought back here, has Anya Shrubsole. She's got some tap in her overs. She's been hit to pretty much all points of the ground, but finally Strano goes to the offside, gets a bit on it and gets enough on it, brings herself up the boundary. Maitland Brown goes forcefully through the onside as 1 bounce 4. Well, Maitland Brown goes big, it's flat and it's been taken. It's a very nice catch. It's Catherine Brunt out of the deep mid-wicket boundary. And Nicole Bolton would be pretty happy that she took the catch as well. Worked over the top and it's a blinder. If you don't mind Susie Bates. Molly Strano trying to get it over the top of the skipper of the Perth Scorchers. Susie Bates times this to perfection. So who tries to go through the offside. There's a mix-up and she will be well short. So in the search for runs, wickets are falling here at Etihad Stadium, and unfortunately for the home team, I was doing boundary riding for that game, and you could just sense as soon as he got near the ball, ball in hand to bowl, that just the energy of the crowd actually lifted as well. So that'll certainly help the Renegades home games. So Brunt with a full toss. And a couple of wides throughout this over. So not the way that she would have liked to have finished her bowling spell, but for the Perth Scorchers, they have finished with a very good win up against the Melbourne Renegades. They put on 155 and have restricted the Melbourne Renegades to just 123.